Doubleheader here on 88.1, getting ready to play as the Rustler men get ready to take on REXBURG United in men's basketball play. Just a few moments ago, the ladies of CWC defeated the Wyoming All-Stars, and they did so 91-30 was the final score. Again, 19 points by Alexis Morgia, 18 from Essie Latu, 17 from Kai Ramos, and 14 by Siona Astorga. REXBURG United is, I wouldn't call them an intramural team, as they do not play other teams from Rexburg. Essentially, they're kind of a college team. They're players that used to play college, some that played in high school that didn't get a chance to play in college. They all have jobs. They all have college that they go to. They are practicing a couple of times a week type of things, and they have actually put together what they feel is their best team that they have put together in 4 years as well. And so we'll talk about that as I visited with Chapman Tagg, their head coach, earlier in the week. But this is getting ready for the Rustlers. 6-5 overall. They've won 5 of their last 7, and they'll take on the REXBURG United Vikings. And stay close. Don't go anywhere. And that stands for you as the listener as well, as we have an interview with our head coach, Brad Schmidt. We'll get you starting lineups. We'll talk about this REXBURG team a little bit more in depth as well as your pregame show continues. The head coach, Brad Schmidt, will be coming up next. This is Rustler Basketball on 88.1.
Central Wyoming College is committed to recognizing academic and activity-related achievement by offering merit scholarships annually. Apply now for general academic, activity, and program-specific scholarships for the academic year. The scholarship deadline is March 1st. Go to CWC.edu and search scholarships and apply online. Don't forget, the deadline to apply is March 1st. To find the latest information on Central Wyoming College scholarships, go to CWC.edu and search scholarships. You'll be glad you did.
Support of Rustler Radio comes from the Buffalo Buffet inside the Wind River Casino. Open Thursday through Saturday from 4 to 10, the Buffalo Buffet serves prime rib, brisket, pork ribs, fried chicken, and many different salads and side dishes. The Buffalo Buffet inside the Wind River Hotel and Casino just south of Riverton on Highway 789. Open Thursday through Saturday from 4 to 10.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
You're in the middle of the Governor's Council for Impaired Driving pregame show.
Returning to our pregame show of the men's basketball game here on our Buckle Up for Life Wyoming pregame show, and we're talking with our head coach, Brad Schmidt, and first time that you get to be home kind of back-to-back is going to throw in a monkey wrench after the first 3 weeks of Region 9 basketball.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I wish it wasn't Sheridan Casper back-to-back at home, but it is nice to play consecutive home games, and and then have a Wednesday night game too, which I think the crowds will be better on Wednesday nights than a Saturday afternoon, just with the obligations people have and families, and so hopefully we have a good turnouts and the guys play well.
How has practice been since the much better effort on Saturday against 10th ranked Sheridan?
Monday we had a really good practice, and then Tuesday was pretty average. It wasn't the prep day we had going into Sheridan, and I don't know why that was. I don't know if it's the guys are maybe overthinking this team after what happened the first game or what it was, but we didn't have our best pregame practice yesterday.
When we talked for the Rustler Minute yesterday, you had mentioned, that you can't call it just another Region 9 game because it is Casper. They're ranked 12th in the country. But after, what happened last time, is there a little bit of redemption on the kids' mind, a little chip on the shoulder? Yours, too, kind of a little bit?
Well, how my mindset is and how I can get that through the kids is going to be the key to this game. But, I mean, definitely coming from me. I mean, I don't want our guys backing down to these guys. They were extremely soft the first time we played them. And, one of the main things on our scouts is playing mean tonight and being tough. And the reality is, if there's opportunities where we can foul these guys over giving up a dunk, and if they're not fouled, I'm going to be irate, because I don't want these guys just going up and biting the rim and getting the crowd excited and hooting and hollering. I want these guys fouled, and I want them to earn points, and hopefully my guys can do that.
Your roster's a little different, and it sounds like their roster's a little different as well this time around.
Yeah, we're going to move Connor Nelson into the starting lineup tonight. Taylor Tidzump is going to come off the bench. The other 4 starters will be the same. As far as what Casper's playing, it looks like everybody's back playing. It's just they've been starting different guys, but they've been playing James Hampshire, their big guy, and Braxton Bertolette's been playing a little bit, but not as much as he did earlier in the season. So, but all their horses are available and ready to roll.
A couple of different things. Number one, obviously from your side, making shots probably paramount. That there's some outside ones have to go in early.
Yeah, we got to put the ball in the basket, and we got to be good offensively. But that's going to stem from us sharing the basketball and taking great shots. Because if we go one pass or we start over dribbling and pulling up jump shots, we're going to get boat raced to the other end, and it's going to be a dunk show. So hopefully we execute, but we got to be more physical on screens. We got to be more physical attacking the baskets, and we got to play like men. Last time we played these guys, we played like boys, and that's why we got our butts kicked.
Defensively, a little bit different plan of attack this time around as well.
Yeah. Last time, we tried to play some man and some zone and just try to keep them off balance. But we're going full zone tonight, 40 minutes. We're going to pack it in. We're going to make these guys try to shoot over top of us, over penetrating and getting dunks around the baskets. But the big key that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get back defensively, because these guys are phenomenal in transition, and they are also fearless in transition, where they don't mind turning the ball over and taking some high risk, high reward plays. And so we got to take good shots. That's going to set our defense up, and then making baskets where they got to take it out of the net's going to help us immensely. But yeah, it's going to be a way different game plan tonight.
Last question I usually ask sick bay, making sure everybody's healthy.
Yep, everybody's healthy. Everybody's ready to go. So the 8 guys that have been in the rotation are the 8 guys that are going to continue to see the floor, lest somebody gets hurt or something crazy happens like it did in Casper. But I don't see that happening tonight.
I said last question and I fibbed to you. How about the fact that Devin signed his letter of intent for Emporia State yesterday. Other guys getting looks. Were we having some scouts come in the crowd? And there's probably going to be some, I guess, if not to watch the opponent. So hopefully a chance for your guys to maybe shine and show a little what they can do as well.
I think the recruitment's picking up with a couple of guys. One thing, though, most 4-year guys, they look at a roster and they see a bunch of freshmen. They really don't start getting heavily involved with those players, even though a couple of our guys are qualifiers. So, yeah, I think recruitment's picking up, but at the same time, I want to try to retain these main guys, and so I've been the number one recruiter with the guys in-house right now.
All right. Wish you the best of luck. We'll talk to you in the postgame show.
Thanks a lot, John.
That's head coach Brad Schmidt. Stay with us. We'll be back. The starting lineups in the opening tip, Region 9 basketball. It's Casper, ranked 12th in the country, versus Central Wyoming College next on 88.1.
This has been the Governor's Council for Impaired Driving pregame show. Starting lineups and the tip-off are next.
Are you thinking of going to college this coming fall, but don't know what steps you need to take? Did you know you have an 85% chance of getting some kind of financial aid to go to college? The EOC TRIO office can assist you with every step. The EOC TRIO program offers free help to anyone that is wanting to go to college. 851-0847 to set up an appointment today.
Rustler Radio comes to you from the support of the Pit Stop convenience stores in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. They feature Wyoming-made Sinclair gasoline. They also have a variety of drinks, snacks, ice, and more for your trip across town or the state. They also have pit stops in Cody and Powell. More can be found at gowithbailey.com. Pit Stop convenience stores in Fremont County.
Thanks to Bailey's and their Basketball Classic sponsorship here tonight. As we are at the Bailey Basketball Classic, we are getting ready for the CWC Rustlers taking on the Rexburg United Vikings. And a good story, and we'll talk about that as this basketball game goes on. Chalked with their head coach, Chapman Tagg. He played for this team last year, scored 3 points and had 3 rebounds, did Chapman. Now he's taking on the coaching duties for Rexburg United. Let's give you the starting lineups, first of all, for your Central Rustlers, as they will start like this. A 6'7" sophomore wearing number 0 out of Portland, Oregon. He scored 18 points Wednesday night, all in the second half. That is Darius Gwynn, DG, you'll hear me call him. Darius, a 6'7" sophomore from Portland, Oregon. Number 1, a 5'9" freshman from Brown Deer, Wisconsin. has a game high of 17 earlier this season. That is the point guard, Jalen Gentry. Scoring, starting tonight, number 11, a 6'1 sophomore from Surrey, British Columbia. That is James Woods. Coltham Kerr wears number 20, a 6'5 freshman from Draper, Utah. And number 24, the 6'9 sophomore from St. Petersburg, Florida, is Gerarda Briscoe. It will be Gwen, Gentry, Woods, Kerr, and Briscoe, the starting five for the Rustlers, unless things have changed since the last time I visited with the head coach. This is the third meeting between these two teams. Central is up 2, and they've won big both times, 117-66 and 103-61 in their two previous meetings.
The one was close at halftime. I do remember that.
Last year, Central outscored Rexburg 65-31 in the second half. We talked about that conditioning thing. And again, Coach Chapman Tagg, he said the best Rexburg team they've had in their brief 4 years, as they actually did beat Colorado Northwestern earlier in the season. This last time out for Central, they beat NJC Wednesday night 84-79. Jacob Smith scored 26 off the bench. Hometown kid Trayton Paxton had 12 off the bench. Both were career highs for those two gentlemen. Let's give you the starters now for the Rexburg United Vikings. They will start number 11, a 6'1 sophomore from Idaho Falls. He played 2 years ago, did not play last year. That is McKay Shippen. Number 15, a 6'6 junior from Cooper City, Florida, is Dan Heinz. Number 20, the twin brother of McKay Shippen, is Tyler Shippen. Tyler, a 6'1 sophomore, scored 8 points against the Rustlers in his game last year. Number 24, a 6'1 senior from Easton, Pennsylvania, is Trey Thatcher. He scored 10 points and had 3 boards against the Rustlers last year. He actually played college at Albright College in Pennsylvania, a Division III school, Trey Thatcher. And number 33, a 6'4 senior, is Cody Spute from Boise, Idaho. He scored 17 2 years ago, did not play last year. He walked on 1 year at Boise State, did Cody Spute. And if you remember, his brother Craig Spute was shooting the long threes and eating candy at the timeouts box.
And visiting with us.
And visiting with us and the crowd and everything else when Craig was here last time. So big hi to Craig. Craig, if you're watching out there here tonight, the crowd misses you. As the Rustlers are head coached by Brad Schmidt, assisted by Taylor Lavery, both in their second year. Chapman Tagg, the head coach, in his first year.
I don't think he's back because he does not see a candy bowl at our scores table. I think it's part of what the reason is.
Chapman Tagg of Rexburg United. And I would be remiss if I didn't throw this out there. Rexburg United, they wouldn't be here if it weren't for one of their sponsors. They're called Lida Home, a big sponsor of Rexburg United. Lida Home does custom Christmas light installation. Not only do they support Rexburg United, but they also give a lot of their proceeds to third world countries for necessities as well. So big thanks to Lida Home, A, for sponsoring Rexburg United, and B, for sponsoring their charity remark, as well, as Darius Gwynn sprints to the locker room to get his jersey.
I'm wondering, too, didn't they talk about having a women's team this year, too? And did that actually come to fruition?
No, it did not, because that would have been who Central women would have played
maybe they
tonight.
weren't sent here because of maybe, other things that came up.
Well, and they also have something called the Jumpstart Academy that Sean McDonald is the owner and founder of, and they offer skills classes, and they are actually expanding their gym, to which Rexburg may actually have a home game next year, as they'll have a place to play. So
expanding their gym, is this the old Rick's College?
No, expanding this Jumpstart Academy gymnasium, as they're going through the starters. Is number 11 McKay Shippen, number 15 Dan Heinz, number 20 is Tyler Shippen, number 24 is Trey Thatcher, and number 32 is Cody Spute. As there's
shades of Iggy there.
Yeah, nobody's shaking hands from the Rustlers side of the equation. There's number 0, Darius Gwynn. Number 1, Jalen Gentry. Number 11, James Woods. Number 20, Coltham Kerr, and number 24, Gerarda Briscoe. Central and Rexburg. We've already seen 2 games tonight. 10th-ranked Western Nebraska knocked off Utah State Eastern in women's play, 76-68, in which we saw TK Morehouse score 38 for Western Nebraska. Then CWC women, they took apart the Wyoming All-Stars 91-30. And here we are in the nightcap of basketball here tonight. I'm John Gabrielson alongside Joel Kindle as we bring you basketball from the Rustler Gymnasium and the Bailey Basketball Classic. Thanks to Amanda Nikoloff in the new media class and Wyoming PBS and our Wyoming PBS engineer Francis Obakoya as they are putting in extra hours, as well as our students during finals week. Morgan Benetti, who was directing the last one, is underneath the basket. On one side, running cameras, Angelo Sage and Dominic Dianzi. The other side, Shanna Miller and Jane McDonald, our students at the top of the gym. And I believe Kendra Leesburg is now our director. Briscoe in the front tap circle, wins the tap as he'll get it to Jalen Gentry. And Central will have their first opportunity at it. Rexburg sitting back in a man-to-man alley-oop, and a miss by Briscoe.
Well, everything right but the finish.
Spute pulls down the rebound. Gives the ball to Trey Thatcher, now to Heintz. To Shippen down low to Spute on the low block. Throws it back up top. Thatcher lights up a 3 on the way. That's good. Trey Thatcher for a 3. Chapman Tagg, the head coach, he and I had a visit there. Is a nice spin move. Gerardo Briscoe is quickly up the court. The Rustlers tally. They're within 1 now, 3-2.
Very amiable conversationalist.
Not just because he said we're his favorite broadcaster.
Well, that was the main reason.
He's got a pretty low bar set there. As Spute gets in on Kerr, misses the shot, but it'll go out of bounds. He said this is their best team in the short 4 years of Rexburg United.
It's pretty cool that it's not a flash in the pan either. That
right.
It was 1 year and done, and they've been able to keep this going.
Shippen at the top for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Woods will pull down the rebound in front.
And if you haven't noticed already, they will shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah, and pulls it down in front of Spute. Gentry kicks it out to Woods. James going to take it the distance, lay it off the glass and in. And Central has their first lead of the night. James Woods kind of absent on Wednesday night, as he'll start early, as he'll get a bucket in the first 90 seconds of this ball game. Lob down low to Spute. 6'4", former walk-on at Boise State. Heck of a high school basketball player, as that's a foul going to be called on Coltham Kerr. He'll pick up his first. Cody Spute went 50-2 as a starter his junior and senior year, winning back-to-back state titles in Idaho.
Which, by the way, I thought of the player or the person's parent who was the decathlon athlete at Ricks College, Mariah, from our basketball team a couple years ago, who was just north of Idaho Falls. The short little gal, and she was injured both years.
Spute got both, and it's 4-4. I'm drawing a blank because I've got all kinds of guys.
And I don't have all my whole rosters in here like I do in volleyball.
Nice little play by Abdi Dahir, who gets into the ball game and makes a quick little layup. Abdi did not play on Wednesday night in the Rustlers' 5-point win over NJC. Spute trying to go backdoor. Woods will shut that off. Up top, Shippen traveled with it. And the turnover will be the first turnover of the game on the Rexburg Vikings.
And I look for that pick a lot and then fire up the 3.
Puts 3 seconds back on the clock.
You're the most clock-watching officials I think we've ever seen.
Rexburg defeated Colorado Northwestern 85-82 in a tournament at Price, Utah at Utah State Eastern, as Dahir flips it out to Gentry. And we'll talk about fatigue in that basketball game here in just a minute as Woods runs down the left-hand side with a right-hand layup. James Woods has 4 points.
I don't think teams realize how both Woods, and Smith do so much damage inside despite their small size.
Thatcher Thatcher thought about a three, doesn't, and getting open. Nice reverse lay-in, good by Heinz, and he'll go to the line. Dan Heinz.
That's a great fake that set up that play.
6'6" junior out of Cooper City, Florida, Dan Heinz. He'll go to the line. Foul is whistled on Darius Gwynn, his second team foul on Central.
I wonder if he's ever scored 57 points in a game.
Heinz, 57. We'll see if he does tonight. He's going to have to hit some free throws as he can't get that one. Rebound by Abdi Dahir. Can't get the three-point play. Floating Darius Gwynn in the paint for a bucket.
Oh, he's copying our guards with that floater play.
10-6 Rustlers out in front. Thatcher will bring it across the timeline. Rexburg had built a 20-point lead on Colorado Northwestern, only to see it fade in the second half into a tie, which they actually came back and won as Shippen goes the lane and lays it off glass and in. As he talk about it, fatigue really gets a team that gets to only practice a couple of times a week and has jobs and all kinds of other stuff outside of it. And I wouldn't say students either, because Woods will fire the three and get the three. Central is students, athletes as well, but they put a lot of time in the gym and a lot of conditioning in that, as we'll see a lot of different Rustlers checking in if we get a next when we get a next dead ball. Shippen to Spute, high arcing three, left it short. Woods will tap the rebound to himself. Much better start to this game for James Woods than his last, as he'll run past Thatcher. Right-hand layup on the left-hand side, and James Woods all of a sudden has 9.
I'm thinking he's on the suburbs of double figures already.
He's outscored the Vikings himself at a timeout by Rexburg. 15:56 left to play in the first half of basketball on the Papa Murphy's Pizza first half scoreboard, as we'll see Tone Mensah check into the ball game. Anthony is a 6'8" sophomore from Toronto, Canada. Also back in is actually in for the first time is Dave Francois, 6'6" freshman.
Coming off a nice game.
Well, you know what? He's averaging 16 points a game in his last 4 games, is Dave Francois, as he really kind of sparked the team off the bench. And then talk about spark off the bench. Jacob Smith, the 6'2" sophomore from El Cerrito High School in Richmond, California. The El Cerrito Gauchos. He had 26, tying his career high, and he did that off the bench in the 5-point win over NJC on Wednesday night. Thatcher stops at the 15-foot line, throws it off the leg of Jacob Smith, but it will stay Rexburg basketball. Jake Curnow will check in for Rexburg, 6'4" freshman from Gaithersburg, Maryland. He'll come in for Thatcher. 15-8 Rustlers, 15:49 left to play in the first half. Ball loose. Woods comes out of the pack with it. James will flip it back out. Jacob Smith, high arcing three, can't knock it down. Rebound is loose. Rada had it, but he's going to be fouled. Actually, it's not Rada, excuse me, it's Abdi Dahir. And he's going to be fouled by Jake Curnow. Trayton Paxton will check into the ball game. The 6'2" freshman, actually 6-foot freshman from Riverton High School, and he's averaging 10.5 points per game in his last 2.
Was he listed higher than that as a senior in the program last year? I'm wondering.
He might have, as Abdi misses the first free throw. Could be why I called him 6'2", but he's 6 foot on this roster. Abdi's second free throw, no good. And the rebound, though, will come to Dave Francois.
Paxton off with an early 3 here. As the ball not able to be rebounded, comes loose, and finding Paxton wide open.
Trayton with his first 3 of the night. It's a 10-point Rustler advantage. Rexburg drove all the way from Ricks, Idaho, or Rexburg today. I say Ricks because that is the home of what used to be Ricks College, now BYU Idaho, as Heinz will go back to the line. That foul is on Abdi Dahir, his first. 15-11 left. Rexburg in their road grays with the blue numbers and the white trim. Rexburg across their front. Central their home whites tonight, as Heinz nets that one.
Very much an entirely road schedule for this team.
Yeah, and like I said, with the expansion of the Jumpstart Academy with another gym, they may get to host a home game next year, Coach Tagg was hoping.
I mean, they've got a football facility at Ricks College that's not in use, I don't believe, unless high schools are playing there.
Tone Mensah turning around, 8-footer in the paint, no good. Shippen Tyler coming down with the rebound. Central shooting very well right now, 8 of 10 from the field that have put them up 18-10.
Who will Rexburg play tomorrow, by the way?
They will drive to Rock Springs and play Western Wyoming College at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Foul on Central's Jacob Smith.
What if that Northeastern team ever made it to Twin Falls?
That was a road trip. Yeah, well, they're there now, actually.
We're hoping.
Playing the second night of their 3-night stay at College of Southern Idaho. After playing Wednesday, they have 4 games in a row. Wednesday here and then 3 straight games at CSI. Spute baseline, pump fake, shut off there, out to Thatcher for 3. That's good. Trey Thatcher with the tray, his second of the night. Jacob Smith pushes off a bit, banks it off glass, no good. Dan Heinz the rebound. Rexburg battling back, ball is loose, taken away by the Rustlers. Abdi Dahir falls down, he'll find Francois. Give it back out top to Dave. Dave Francois penetrates, rises for 15, pulls it out of his hip pocket. No good. Cody Spute the rebound. Colton Kerr and Rada Briscoe will check in next dead ball. Rexburg not going away quietly into the night after getting down 10 quickly. Central's cooled off now, 8 of 12 from the field. Shippen down the lane, missed it, got his own rebound, and is going to be fouled by Trayton Paxton. Tyler Shippen. And Trayton Paxton's first personal foul. Dahir, Mensah, and Francois out. Kerr, Gwynn, and Briscoe in. Trayton Paxton and Jacob Smith will stay in.
I expect a lot of wholesale substitutions, I think, in this game.
Thatcher will run it back out to the midcourt circle, hands it back to McKay Shippen. It's ball to Spute, spins, 8-footer short. Air ball, in fact, Briscoe the rebound. Foul on Rexburg underneath on Dan Heinz, his first. Second team foul on the Vikings as Rada will take the inbound, finds Kerr. Ball batted out of there by Heinz. First turnover of the game on the Rustlers, but one good turnover deserves another as they can't hold on to it. Rexburg can't, and Colton Kerr ends up with it.
You got a theory on that yet?
Like service errors come in pairs type thing? No, that's a volleyball thing we'll leave alone. Trayton penetrates, floats for 8, got it. Paxton has 5. Trayton with a tough move off the dribble, back to a 7-point Rustler advantage. Shippen play catch with it. Thatcher gets open for another 3, and he'll bury that one. 3 threes by Trey Thatcher, and Coach Schmidt will call a timeout as it's a 4-point game.
Well, Thatcher's done a nice touch out there as his threes have been, bottom of the net variety.
Yeah, they have. 9 points for Trey Thatcher. 12:30 left to play in the first half. Central with a 20-16 lead over Rexburg. Rexburg played very tough against Sheridan. They played Sheridan back-to-back to begin the season. Lost by 14 and 11 to the Sheridan Generals.
That's a team we don't know a whole lot about, actually. But
yeah, since Matt Hammer went to CSU Pueblo, and they made their run at Nationals in the Region 9 last year, hosting the Region 9 tournament. Paxton gives it back to Gwynn. Darius throws it in the corner. Colton Kerr wide open, got it.
It was almost a set shot more than a jump shot, really.
He was wide open, had time to set and then shoot. Thatcher wanting Shippen to come help him out at the top. Gives it to him in the midcourt circle. Spute thought about a long three, doesn't. Ball batted away from there by Trayton Paxton. And that'll be a turnover number 5 and a foul coming up on Rexburg as about the minutes by Trayton Paxton there as Thatcher gets the foul. 5 points and a steal by Trayton Paxton.
Yeah, a bad pass setting up that foul, unfortunately, for Rexburg.
He will come out of the game, Will Trayton, as Jalen Gentry and James Woods back in.
Massive subs for the United squad as well.
Jake Curnow back in. Also in is Preston Hummer into the ball game. Lob down low, wide open. Briscoe the dunk. Good dish by Darius Gwynn. 25-16.
First we've seen a Marcus Richards as well.
Marcus wearing number 4 in that deep corner. Marcus is from South Jordan, Utah. Loose ball picked up and not scored by Preston Hummer, and a rebound the other way, Central. Darius takes it himself, left hand, good. Nice play by DG. His second bucket of the night. It's an 11-point Central lead, their biggest. Wide open, Heinz for 3, short, no good. Rebound by Darius Gwynn. 11 minutes left to play in the first half. 27-16 Rustlers. They lead by 11. Darius double-teamed, hesitates a bit. Back up top to Woods. Now Gentry, lefty for 3 is no good. And a rebound pulled down by Hummer.
Interesting to see where Rexburg has to go for their points with Thatcher not out there because he was their big scorer. He's taking a breather right now.
9 of their 16, in fact. Spute to Richards. Marcus gives it up. 3 for Hummer is no good. And Jalen Gentry and the Rustlers burn it into the front court. Ball loose on the end line. That's dribbled out of bounds. Last touch by Heinz will stay Rustler basketball. Anthony Mensah checking back into the ball game for Rada Briscoe. Gentry's shot off the mark. And the rebound, though, by Mensah. He'll get in traffic. And they will reset. 3 on the way. Gwynn is good. Offensive rebound by Tone Mensah. Getting that one as Central now by 14 out in front. Heinz spins baseline, gives it up to Curnow. Jake back to Heinz. Nice move around Woods. Off glass is good. Nice move. Dan Heinz, he's got 6. 30-18. We're inside of 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Gentry throws it away, as ending up with it is Heinz back to the other side. Lay it off glass is Curnow. Boy, the turnover, second one of the game. That turnover by Gentry costing them 2 points on the other end. Kerr to Gentry, baseline to Mensah, low block. Spins into the paint, back out to Kerr. James Woods will restart with 10 on the shot clock. James rises for 15. Back of the iron, no good. Richards the rebound. 30-20. 4 Rustlers will check in on the next whistle.
So far.
There could be more. Curnow back to the basket up top. Pump faking the 3 is Hummer. He'll go low block. He'll run out of real estate and throw it into the hands of Gwynn. He'll get the steal and the miss and goes down hard. But he will be fouled. And Darius Gwynn will be going to the line to shoot a pair, as saving the dunk is going to be Marcus Richards with the foul. Timeout on the court. 8:33 remaining on the Papa Murphy's Pizza first half scoreboard. Central 30, Rexburg 20. We'll be back after this on 88.1.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
It's been said when you're driving your pickup truck in Wyoming, you feel like the quarterback leading your football team on a winning drive. I'm Craig Bull, coach of the Wyoming Cowboys. Every pickup driver holds the key to road trip success: a fastened seatbelt. Pickup trucks are twice as likely to roll over than cars in fatal crashes. Taking the time to buckle up every trip is the single most effective thing you can do to protect yourself in a crash. Buckle up in your pickup, every trip, every time, and go Pokes. This message is from the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition.
Former Riverton High School standout Amy Redford not close on the halftime shoot during the break, as we'll throw her out a little airtime. At the line, Darius Gwynn, free throw is good by DG. And Dave Francois will check in after this free throw. And not yet, because the shot is missed. And the rebound pulled down by Preston Hummer. 31-20, and we'll have a time because the shot clock did not get reset.
Put it 23. Thank you. 23, come on inside.
And put the shot clock at 23, as now allowing Dave Francois to get into the ball game. McKay Shippen will inbound right in front of our vantage point if Joel wants to wave hello to the camera. He does not. Shippen.
I'm sure you could solve in that situation.
Trayton Paxton takes the charge. And that foul is going to go on McKay Shippen. That'll be their 7th turnover. And I wonder that same thing. When it's not a regular stop and play, why do you allow subs in there at that? But they did, and Francois came in. He's got the basketball. Trayton Paxton for 3. Light it up. 8 points for Trey. And it's a 14-point Rustler advantage. Shippen, left side, dives in, plows into Trayton Paxton again. They'll just say that that ball is a lost ball. They're not going to go with a foul that time. It'll be the 8th turnover on Rexburg.
Good job, Trey. Good job, Trey.
You know, both Treys are shooting the 3 well.
Yeah,
Trey's respective teams.
Trey Thatcher with 3 threes and 9 points, and he'll come back into the ball game on cue.
And they need the offense, I think, from him.
As he'll check in for Jake Curnow. 14-point Rustler advantage, 7:46 left. Trey rises for 16, and he'll knock down another one. More and more confidence out of the Rustler freshman, Trayton Paxton. He has 10. His season high, career high as a Rustler is 12. Shippen penetrates. Right-hand scoop is going to fall. Nice play, Tyler Shippen. 36-22, 7.5 left. Jacob Smith will light a 3. That's nothing but net. And he hit the heel of the back rim and slides in. Maybe not so much nothing but net, but Central now by 17, their biggest lead of the night. Pump fake, Shippen slides in, bake it off glass, McKay.
I don't know if he had enough soft enough touch. He hit that pretty hard off the glass.
Another one, Jacob Smith. Why not? Back-to-back trays by Jacob Smith. And Central up by 18 now.
Yeah, it just went from 10 or double digits to big double digits.
Jacob Smith almost with a steal as he can't complete it along the end line. Referees confer under the hoop. They'll leave the shot clock at 18. 6:34 remaining. Inbound pass Shippen. Tyler up top to Cody Spute. His brother Craig, a fan favorite. And Spute backing down Paxton. Give it back out top to Shippen for three. No good. Abdi Dahir, the Rustler rebound. Rexburg 3 of 8 from three-point land. They're 9 of 18 overall, shooting at 50%. Central, though, much better. There's Abdi Dahir. He'll travel with it. Third turnover by Central. Central right now 17 of 24, including, how about this, Central 7 of 8 from the three-point line in the first 14 minutes of the basketball game.
Yeah, because you look at the Rexburg United shooting percentages, they're not bad.
No. As Trey Paxton will check out of the game. Round of applause from the Rustlers as James Woods will replace him. (42-24) Rustlers by 18. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Heinz guarded by Dahir. Spins, loses the handle. Dahir takes it away. He'll give it up to Mensah. Jam. 20-point Rustler advantage. As that ball poked out of there by Francois, it will stay Rexburg basketball. Gwynn and Briscoe back in for Mensah and Dahir. As Coach Schmidt talked about giving Abdi Dahir more minutes tonight to prove himself. And there's a steal by Francois, but he's out of bounds. It will not be a steal. It will stay Rexburg basketball.
With a lead at 20 points just like that.
Shippen triggering the inbound. Finds Heinz with it. Between the legs dribble a couple of times and he'll lose the handle. 10 turnovers as they'll go underneath. Gwynn, reverse body control. Not going to get it to go. And Shippen the rebound. Tyler's third. Thatcher won't shoot the three, but instead in the corner, that three no good. And a rebound by Gerardo Briscoe.
That was Jacob Smith who's tightened up the defense on Thatcher pretty well.
Briscoe dribbles it in a pass to Briscoe that he can't handle, and it'll spill off into the hands of Rexburg United. Ava Rasmussen, the volleyball freshman, leading the cheers of the student body on the far side. A good student body here tonight for the Rustlers on a Friday night in Bailey Basketball Classic. Shippen, nice move, puts it over the top. McKay has 4.
One of our better student bodies I think we've seen.
Yes, definitely so.
Which is interesting because the crowd itself isn't as great as you think it might be. But maybe tomorrow the bigger names might draw a bigger crowd.
10th ranked Western Nebraska women playing our women at 2. Our men playing Colorado Northwestern at 4 as Jacob Smith floats for 15. Shot no good. Spute the rebound. Central now cooling off. 18 of 27, 67% from the field. Rexburg still 10 of 20 and 50%. Spute runs over, left it short.
I was partially blocked.
And that ball spills out of there to the Rustlers. Francois to Woods. James penetrates, pump fake, gives it back out. Francois for 3 is an air ball. Woods the rebound, left it short. He and Gwynn fight for the rebound, and that'll be a turnover.
That'll cause the travel to fight for the rebound.
5th turnover on the Rustlers. Kerr and Paxton back into the ball game. And somebody's going to have to come out. They've got 6 out there, and that will bring Rada Briscoe out. So Gwynn, Kerr, Dahir, Woods, and Paxton, the 5 on the court for the Rustlers.
I was wondering if that would be a technical because they put the ball in play. I don't know for sure unless, the official should not have put the ball in play. Maybe that's it too, so.
Right, who's on the other end of the floor. Heinz in traffic, pump fake underneath, shot off glass is good by Jake Kerno. He's got 4 points. 44-28, Rustlers by 16, 3:17 left to play in the first half. Gwynn pump fakes in traffic. out to Trayton. Paxton up top to Woods. James back out top to Gwynn. He'll run it through the lane. Ball is loose. That'll be a jump ball. It'll be Rexburg basketball. Turnover number 6 on the black and orange.
Hey, switch it on balls and hand off, Dobbs. On balls and hand off. Let's go, Mike. Come on, go, go.
44-28 on the Papa Murphy's Pizza scoreboard. Central out in front by 16. Their biggest lead has been 20. Thatcher 3 threes early as he will be fouled by Trayton Paxton on the baseline. And one thing Coach Schmidt has talked about is the defense played by Trey. Not just the shot-making ability on one side, but he has been able to lock some defenders down on the other side, lock some players down defending on the other side.
And sometimes it's hard to, judge a player who was not on a great high school team or even close to it really last year. How good is this player, And he stepped up to that challenge.
Yeah, he's got 10 tonight already. Heinz down low. Curnow steps out to the three-point line. Back to Heinz. 5 on the shot clock. Heinz battling, goes up top, Shippen for 3, no good, and Kerr the rebound.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, you made a converse with the coach as well. I think they even thought about redshirting him at one point, and that certainly hasn't been the case.
Trey for 3.
And that is why.
It's good, his 3rd of the night. He's got 13, a new career high, topping his 12 that he put in on Wednesday night. Tone Mensah telling him to turn it up as Trey Thatcher tries a 3, no good. Dahir, the rebound. Abdi hands it off. Kerr now to Gwynn. Baseline Woods with 1:45 left. Central by 19. Kerr for 3 on the way. That's no good. A rare Rustler miss, but a long rebound out to Coltham Kerr. DG working on Shippen. To Dahir, he'll run past everybody, lay it off glass and in, even had some contact, and Abdi Dahir has 4. Central, their biggest lead of the night now of 21.
Started to sense some frustration with the Rexburg team as well.
And a little fatigue as Thatcher and Heinz walked that into the front court, and you certainly can't blame them on the fatigue factor. Thatcher thought about a long 3, doesn't. No look pass from Shippen to Heinz, back out to Thatcher. He'll get trapped at the free throw line. 2 on the shot clock. Turn, shot, no good. Woods the rebound. Good defense by the Rustlers as they get Trey another 3. Why not? Trayton Paxton is on fire tonight. He has 4 3-pointers. He has 16 points, adding to his career high. And then a block and a foul going to be called on Abdi Dahir. Again, Riverton High School is hosting their bingo and basketball tonight, so you're not seeing his teammates here right now, but if you're out there in Radio Land, the former Wolverine is putting on a show. 16 points for Trayton on 4 3-pointers in Central, their biggest lead of the night now of 24. A foul on Dahir, and it will send Tyler Shippen to the line, is on the way and good.
I think this has hurt Rexburg as well. It took this long to get into the penalty, and I think that's one place where they could have caught breaks on free throws or something like that, and they've not had those.
7th team foul on the Rustlers as Shippen's free throw no good. DG clears the rebound and is going to be fouled in the backcourt by McKay Shippen, who I have for 2 personal fouls. And it is his second. 6th team foul on the Vikings as Richards checks back in. We will have our head coach of the women, Lindsey Fearing, checking in with us at the halftime show, brought to you by Expressway Lube. Gwynn back to Trayton, wide open 3 on the way. Got it, but they'll wave it off. A foul underneath on the Rustlers before that. Crowd letting the official have it. Mensah is going to be called for the foul. That'll be a turnover instead of the 5th 3 of the night for Trayton Paxton. That hurts.
In your diligence, well, probably not really.
Not in the score, but that hurts the stat book of Trayton Paxton. And there's another foul, but not called on Tone Mensah with 9.8 seconds left in the first half.
In your diligence with statting, what are the most threes in the game, and who is it by?
Well, you have to ask me that now.
Maybe your diligence wasn't as diligent as I thought.
I will have to effort that. 5 seconds, Shippen to Thatcher underneath. Ball poked out of bounds, and he'll lose it out of bounds with 2.2 seconds left. Give it to Trayton. Let him shoot it from half court. Gwynn from three-quarter court. Almost got it.
He was fouled, I think. No,
they did not call it. And that's the end of the first half. As he was watching the replay, it didn't really look as bad as it did in real time. As the Rustlers will head to the locker room with a 23-point lead. Central 52, Rexburg 29. Stay with us. We'll have the head coach on our Expressway Lube halftime show here in just a moment on 88.1.
Sponsorship of Wrestler Athletics on 88.1 comes from FlyRiverton.com, offering daily flights from Riverton Regional Airport to Sheridan and to Denver International in a 50-passenger jet. Fly Riverton is now a partner with United Airlines, which means you can book flights from Riverton to any of over 300 destinations serviced by United, and your luggage will be transferred automatically. The flight features in-cabin service, and TSA check-in at Riverton is included. More information can be found at FlyRiverton.com or at United.com.
Where's your identification?
Identify yourself.
Your home of the Rustlers. Student radio for Central Wyoming College. KCWC FM Riverton.
Rustler Sports is brought to you in part by Expressway Lube of Riverton and Lander. They offer the 10-minute oil change. They also perform maintenance on all types of vehicles. Expressway Lube at 315 South Federal Boulevard in Riverton or 8126 Highway 789 in Lander. No appointment necessary at Expressway Lube.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is proud of all student athletes, from hard-hitting football fields to commanding on the courts and across the beautiful cross-country treks. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is your biggest fan. Wind River Cares offers services specific to your athletic needs. Conveniently located in Arapahoe, Ely, and Riverton, with more information found online at windrivercares.com.
This is the Expressway Lube halftime show on 88.1. CWC men out in front, 52-29. They have led by as many as 24, and they lead by 23 here at the break. Let's take a look at some first half statistics, and then we'll get to our head coach, Lindsey Fearing, of the ladies' side, as they picked up a big win earlier tonight against the Wyoming All-Stars. Trayton Paxton, 16 points for the Rustlers. He did so on the power of 4 3-pointers. Might have had 5, but one was whistled off. 9 points for James Woods, 8 points for Darius Gwynn, 4 points for Gerarda Briscoe and Abdi Dahir, 3 points for Coltham Kerr, 2 points for Anthony Mensah, 6 points, if I didn't mention that, for Jacob Smith in this basketball game. Central has out-rebounded the Vikings 20-11. Abdi Dahir with 5 of those rebounds. James Woods has 4. Darius Gwynn has 3. On the other side, the Vikings are led by Trey Thatcher. He had 3 threes early. They've kind of clamped him down a little bit as of late, but Trey has 3 threes at 9 points.
I think he got tired as well, right. I think.
Dan Hines has 6. Tyler Shippen has 5 in the basketball game. 4 points for Jake Curnow and McKay Shippen. And kind of surprisingly, just 1 point for Cody Spute in the basketball game right now, as the Rustlers lead it 52-29. Rexburg with 10 turnovers in the first half. Central had 7. CWC shooting very well in the first half of the basketball game. 21 of 33, 64%, including 9 of 12 from three-point land. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Trayton is actually 4 for 4 from the three-point line and 2 for 2 from the field. A perfect 6 for 6 first half for Trayton Paxton with 16 points in the ball game. Central was 1 of 4 from the free throw line after they shot extremely well from the free throw line Wednesday night against NJC. Rexburg 11 of 25. They were 44%. That's not bad, but the Rustlers just go crazy at 64% on the other side. Rexburg 3 of 11 from three-point land. They hit 4 of 7 free throws in the basketball game. The score on the Papa Murphy's Pizza halftime scoreboard, it is the Central Rustlers 52. It is the Rexburg Vikings 29. This is the Expressway Lube halftime show. You stay with us. We'll interview our head coach, Lindsey Fearing, of the women's basketball team after this timeout on 88.1.
Sports are brought to you by Riverton RV, now offering mobile RV service. No need to find time to hook up and drive your rig to them. They'll come to you. For all those things that might have taken a beating this summer, Riverton RV and their mobile repair service. 856-6010. That's 856-6010. Or open 24/7 online at rivertonrv.com.
Football players without shoulder pads and helmets are like you in a vehicle without your seatbelt. I'm Craig Bull, coach of the Wyoming Cowboys. Safety equipment is important on the football field as well as every time you climb behind the wheel of your vehicle. Safety equipment helps prevent serious injuries in football. The big hits delivered on you during a crash will be minimized when you wear your seatbelt. We want you to be safe. Buckle up for your family, every trip, every time, and go Pokes. This message is from the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition.
Here in Central Wyoming, our Rustlers don't just envision groundbreaking work, they're part of it. Our Rustlers are storytellers of the stage. And at CWC, our Rustlers aren't just part of the school, they're part of the community. Not only in Riverton, the Jackson, Lander, and the Wind River Reservation. If you're ready to be a Rustler, check out more at cwc.edu and make your way out here at Central Wyoming College.
Back on your Expressway Lube halftime show here on 88.1. Central leading 52-29, and we talk with our head women's basketball coach, Lindsey Fearing, after they came away with a 91-30 game. And coach, this one was 4-0 them at one point, and then it was like, okay, the light switch flipped and your team took off and put the thing away.
Yeah, I was a little mad at them in the beginning. They weren't playing the way we wanted to play. Actually, for the first half, came out the second half actually playing the way I know we can. All-star games are always iffy. You never know, what's going to come from it. You never know how or we're going to play, who we're going to play, who's going to be there. I mean, same concept right now for the men.
So 91-30, and you asked the question, did you get something out of this, I guess?
I believe we did because we were coming off a break where we didn't have games for Thanksgiving. We needed to get it, again in my words, get our junk out, and I think we did that today. Well, and it's going to have to happen after you got to see Morehouse score 38 for Western and knock off Utah State Eastern tonight, and a much different basketball game coming up tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, we're excited. They watched it, and we've been preparing all week long for them. Expect some tough defense from Lex. You saw it a little bit today. We should be ready.
Did some players buy some playing time with their performance in this game today, or is that harder to tell in like an all-star game?
I think it's harder to tell, but I do like that we were able to get everyone in to, get some experience. Right. Everyone scored. That's wonderful. Everyone has a rebound or more, especially for our kids that really don't get a lot of the playing time, for them to be able to get in here and, we can equal out the minutes.
I thought Peyton Williams gave you some decent times out there.
Yes, I was just thinking
and
that.
she was very comfortable out there as well. Has the 7 rebounds, and she has a nice pass with that, it's got something on it.
Yeah, she's coming around nicely. I really enjoy coaching her. She's very coachable. along with all my other kids. You know, there's going to be moments where freshmen were knuckleheads, and you got to get it out of their heads that they can do what they want to do. But
you had mentioned you're looking at full court pressure tomorrow from Western. They did that tonight, and at times baffled USUE, and then at other times USUE handled it nicely.
Yeah, we've been working honestly on, we've been half court, 3 people, but with 6 in the half court, just guarding, pressuring full court, 6 people against 3.
Right.
So it's been them trying to understand they got to slow down themselves. They have to react to all these people coming at them, but they'll be ready.
Congratulations. Hopefully everybody that was healthy going in stayed healthy tonight, and unfortunately no Lonnie, no Jade tomorrow, but next man up, go out and play.
Yep, should be a really good ball game, especially when we were USUE's only loss, and this is their 2nd loss that they had tonight. Tough team, they play hard, both teams play hard. It was fun to watch.
That was a great game. It was a great game to lift the lid on the Bailey Basketball Classic for the weekend, for sure. Lindsay, thanks for coming by. We'll pregame interview with you mañana.
All right.
Get a good night's sleep. Be ready to go. 2 o'clock tomorrow. Our ladies taking on the 10th-ranked team in the country, Western Nebraska, at 2 o'clock on the Bailey Basketball Classic. Lindsay, thanks for coming by. Good luck tomorrow. We'll talk to you then.
Thanks, guys.
You bet. Said Coach Lindsay Fearing of the CWC ladies, as they will be in action again, as I mentioned, tomorrow, taking on Western Nebraska at 2 o'clock. This is the Expressway Lube halftime show. CWC out in front, 52-29. Stay with us the second half and more coming up here on 88.1.
Sponsorship of Wrestler Athletics on 88.1 comes from FlyRiverton.com, offering daily flights from Riverton Regional Airport to Sheridan and to Denver International in a 50-passenger jet. Fly Riverton is now a partner with United Airlines, which means you can book flights from Riverton to any of over 300 destinations serviced by United, and your luggage will be transferred automatically. The flight features in-cabin service, and TSA check-in at Riverton is included. More information can be found at FlyRiverton.com or at United.com.
The Sports Scoreboard for Rustler Radio is sponsored by Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. Customize any pizza with your favorite toppings, crust, and complete the order with a salad and a dessert. Our pizza, your oven. Not as crazy as it sounds. Papa Murphy's Pizza of Riverton, 1020 North Federal next to Dollar Tree at 856-TAKE. That's 856-8253 and online at papamurphys.com. Gales Carpet One supports CWC and Rustler Athletics. These competitors are more than athletes, they're students too, and Gales knows that is important on so many levels. Gales Carpet One is proud to invest in our community college and Rustler athletes. They wish the best to the Rustlers this season. Located in downtown Riverton, on Facebook, or online at galescarpet1riverton.com.
Rustler Sports is brought to you in part by Expressway Lube of Riverton and Lander. They offer the 10-minute oil change. They also perform maintenance on all types of vehicles. Expressway Lube at 315 South Federal Boulevard in Riverton or 8126 Highway 789 in Lander. No appointment necessary at Expressway Lube.
Second half about to begin as the Rustlers enjoying a 52-29 lead in this basketball game over the Rexburg United Vikings.
Since this game began, I've collected a camera, 2 Gatorade bottles, and a tape dispenser.
I was going to say
and another bottle of water, too, for that matter.
There you go. That camera, take that lens off that camera. I'll use that. That'll be glad to. 52-29, and again, following some storylines in here, Trayton Paxton perfect from the floor, 6 of 6, including 4 3-pointers, essentially 5, but the one was waved off.
Well, you saw him play high school ball last year. How did you think the step to college would be for him?
You know, that's always a tough question for obvious reasons. You look at
a short season for one,
and you look at historically how we've seen, you know, Xavier Webb came up here after transferring from, I believe, Sheridan, was it, that he played for? And then he transfers here, and he thrives here, and then Chris Quayle. And
he thrived as a certain part of his game. He wasn't, you know, as much of a complete player as Trayton. No offense there, because he did do some great things for us.
Trayton has, I guess, just really come alive in the last couple weeks for Coach Brad Schmidt. And 12 on Wednesday night. He had his previous high on the Colorado Northwestern game the Monday before Thanksgiving. Comes up with 12, including 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And he's just playing well. And I don't know if I had a gauge on that. And it sounded like he may have to go somewhere else, and then he ends up here, and now look at what he's doing.
And you go back to Wyoming players, you go back to Greg Sawyer, led a nice career at Wyoming. Obviously, James Johnson, Marcus Bailey, J.C. Carroll, the Wyoming. There's not a ton of them, but it's impressive with the ones that have done something.
Rustler basketball to begin the second half. I'm John Gabrielson alongside Joel Kindle. As it is Coltham Kerr, Jalen Gentry, Darius Gwynn, Rada Briscoe, and James Woods, the 5 in white for Central. Thatcher, Heinz, 2 Shippens, and a Spute on the court. And your camera has disappeared as there's a steal.
They got the tape dispenser.
Central with their 8th turnover of the ball game, and it comes on their first possession of the second half. Thatcher, right side, Heinz. Ball poked away from there. Spute goes after it. It'll be off of Kerr, out of bounds. I thought maybe we'd see that zone. I asked Coach Schmidt about it during the pregame, not pregame interview on microphone. I said, will we see that zone? He said, yes, we want to work on that, but haven't seen it as of yet.
It's a bit different, too, a team that shoots mostly threes as this team does. And I think, too, if you're Rexburg, if you're going to make any kind of a charge, it's got to be at the start of the second half.
Right.
Just because the legs and fatigue may, be gone by the end of the game.
Down by 23 with 4 on the shot clock. Thatcher spins, leans in, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
And he had to lean in where I thought he could have got the shot off when he leaned in that first time.
Yeah, the buzzer was ringing. You just couldn't hear it. I can hear it buzzing in my headset.
Those were bees.
We have a microphone right underneath the hoop as well as Gentry underneath. No good. Rada Briscoe takes a shot to the gut. Gentry the rebound, and that's no good. Boy, 3 opportunities, and they can't get anything to happen for Central. Spute flips it into the corner. Thatcher almost throws it away. Central digging in on defense again. Shot clock down to 10.
They have the mismatch underneath, but they just can't get it to him.
And now they will, and then they'll flip it quickly out as Heinz goes down hard. Nothing called. Kerr the rebound.
Heinz kind of limped at first when he got up, but seems to be doing okay now.
Well, he got clubbed to the floor and nothing called for Dan Heinz. Woods had a very quick start as he has 9 points at the break.
And that was when the game was close, too, that he was doing all that damage.
Nice strip by Dan Heinz as he just pilfered the ball. McKay Shippen for 3. Excuse me, that's Tyler Shippen rattles in the 3.
If you've got a coach, you better make that on the 1-on-3.
Yes. DeHeer, Paxton, and Smith going to come in as James Woods doing what he did in the beginning of the first half, that right-hand layup on the left-hand side.
I mean, you have to see him in person to realize how slippery he is in a good way.
Back to a 22-point lead. Their biggest has been 24. Kerno will check in next at ball. Spute up top. That's Shippen. Blocked by Kerr. Ball loose. Taken away up ahead. Kerr with a dunk. He sparked that with the partial block.
I think Shippen might have caught something in the face as he was kind of rubbing his eyes after that battle for the loose ball.
Thatcher and an offensive foul. No, a block on DG. You just see Darius Gwynn go to that low block and you figure that it's going to be an offensive foul because he takes so many of them during the year. Second personal on Darius. Then a delay of game warning on Rexburg somehow. Not sure how and what that was all about, but they gave Rexburg...
Didn't get up soon enough after the collision.
Apparently, as Thatcher hits the free throw and has 10 points. Jacob Smith in for James Woods. Gentry out, Kerr is out, Trayton Paxton and Abdi Dahir back into the ball game.
I certainly think Woods and Smith have a future beyond here because they both have had to play point guard and a two guard. They may be a little small for a two guard at the next level, but they have the skills to do both. An improvement here.
Thatcher gets both. 56-34.
Puts Thatcher in double figures, doesn't it, for the first player for
Rexburg got 11. Briscoe got it knocked away, but he pulls it back in, and he jams it home. Spute will go the distance. Trayton will be called for a block.
I think our girls team is going to pull some muscles with their massive cheering over yonder.
They are lighting it up over there. Trayton's going to pick up his third personal foul, does Paxton, as he tried to step in and take the charge on Spute. Thatcher back up top. Shippen on the way for three. That's good. Tyler,
that's a lot of strength there because he falls away on that three-pointer.
Tyler Shippen has 11 as he and Thatcher 11 apiece. Top of the key, Rana Briscoe for three.
And that's the thing, too. You don't realize our bigs have the outside game when our smalls also have the inside game.
Central 10 of 13 from three-point land here tonight. Nice move by Shippen, runs past Gwynn. That one's a block on Jacob Smith.
And they point exactly to where that occurred.
Count the bucket, and Jacob Smith the foul. And a Rexburg player is down. And that is McKay Shippen, who hit the bucket.
He got one in the face earlier, so it looks like he's back checking the face again.
Yeah. Adam Simon, our athletic trainer of Central Wyoming College.
I asked how many of them Army.
And he will come off the court. And now the officials, I don't know what they were talking about, but
it was delaying the game, I think.
Jacob Smith swatting McKay Shippen on the hiney and telling him, making sure he's okay.
I thought you only do that in women's volleyball, that you see a lot of that sort of activity.
Shippen for the and one. And he gets it. And he will come out as Marcus Richards will check in for him.
You ever been to Rexburg, Idaho, by the way?
No, I have not.
Really?
Preston Hummer back into the ball game.
I got gassed there once.
I knew we were heading there somehow.
Maybe twice.
You know, Rexburg, it doesn't feel like it's still at 21 points as Jacob Smith got partially blocked. Rada Briscoe, though, comes away with the offensive rebound. And then a foul underneath as Briscoe slams that one home.
I think slam was a really good operative term there.
Tyler Shippen will get the foul, his first.
So how hard did James Harden have to dunk it to have the ball come back out, you know, to be that hard?
Slooped out on that net. Darius, wide open 15, left it short. Jacob Smith underneath the putback.
Well, it's all about our guards doing it inside.
Back to a 23-point game on the Papa Murphy's Pizza scoreboard. Central 63-40, 15:49 left. And then a foul on Briscoe as he runs into Spute and got the wrong end of the deal on that one as Cody had put together, young man. And Gerardo will get the foul. Rada will check out on his first foul as Tone Mensah will check back in for him. 15:46 left in the ball game. Central by 23. They'll throw that into the backcourt, and alertly, Spute does not touch it until
in the forecourt.
The backcourt. Yeah, I didn't want to tightrope the line as he'll body in on Mensah and make it. And that is just his first field goal of the night. He's got 3 points.
That was, I think, 0 for 4 in the first half, I believe, wasn't he?
I don't have that stat sheet in front of me. Is that ball knocked out of there? Correct. Ball knocked out of bounds. Abdi Dahir and also Dave Francois checking in for the Rustlers. Francois to Dahir, pump fake. He'll run around, lay it up and in.
One thing I'll say about this CWC team, and like I said, once they get their mojo, it's going to be one of the deepest teams I think we've ever had.
Thatcher, 15, drains it. And Coach Schmidt wants a timeout. Rexburg has outscored Central 15-13 here in the first 5 minutes of the second half, but yet still trail by 21.
But like I said, if they're going to do something, it had to be at the start of the second half. Well, I mean, look at them there. Whole team has been hitting the Gatorade thing over yonder. Our team is not.
Central back out on the court as the half-court shot comes, and
we still have a shot clock.
Good thing it was on the other side. Our director of admissions, Patrick Edwards, shooting that one.
What happened to our PA guy from last few years?
Scott McFarland, I don't know, but Coach Barlow has been taking over those duties. 15:05 left to play in the ball game. 65-44 Central. And Rexburg is, I don't know if you'd call it make it their run, but they've outscored Central by 2, but still trail by 21. And the biggest lead has only been 24.
Rapid fire math mime direction there.
Jacob Smith to Trayton Paxton. Trayton kicks it back out to Jacob. High arcing three. No good. Rebound by Dahir. He'll have it swiped out of there. And it's taken away.
And thrown out of bounds.
And one good turnover deserves another. 12 turnovers on the Vikings. 10 turnovers on the Rustlers. Dahir, pump fake, almost traveled with it. Finds Trayton for three, left it short. Rebound by Tone Mensah, though. He'll turn around for 6. That's no good. And that rebound brought down by Cody Spute. 5 boards for Spute. Spinning Spute on Dahir. Put it up. It will roll in. And the foul on Abdi Dahir.
That was just a grinder of a possession down the court as he was just being hounded, kind of going, very person to person down there.
Spute gets the bucket and now at the line for the and one as Trayton Paxton checks out. Darius Gwynn will return to the lineup for Abdi Dahir. 3 personal fouls on Abdi as he will exit stage left. 5 team fouls on the Rustlers, just 1 on Rexburg as Spute misses the free throw. And it's picked up by Darius Gwynn. 8 points, 4 rebounds for Darius. Jacob zags, rises, and misses it. And Thatcher the rebound.
He might have been grabbed on that play. I saw the jersey kind of come pulling out there.
Had a great move to get open.
Being tucked in next.
Shipping for 3 is not good. Rebound by James Woods. Woodsy with 6 rebounds. Francois doesn't pull the trigger on the 3 at the top. Woods to Darius Gwynn for 3. That one will not go. Rebound tapped into the hands of Thatcher. Central in the second half, 3-point shooting, 1 for 3. Underneath Spute, back up top, Shippen for 3, got it. Tyler Shippen has 14. He has 3 threes, all of them in the second half.
This would be a game, though. It's not really close. They could have some of the most number of threes combined in a game. But I take it back. That Snow College team was hitting them and hitting them and hitting them last year.
Western Nebraska, if you remember that, as Jacob Smith gets free, leans in, the leaner. He's got 8 off the bench tonight.
Plus, wasn't it Eastern? No, was it LCCC or Eastern who we lost to here and then beat on the road?
LCCC.
Yeah, had a heyday from long distance.
Richards.
Whatever a heyday might be, but.
Out in the corner, shot Thatcher is good, his 4th 3 of the night. And Rexburg's within 15 after being down by 24. So the second half fatigue fade not happening as Woods.
Not yet. I think the Viking ship will go aground later.
Left hand, right side doesn't make it, but the rebound by Mensah will put him to the line as he's fouled.
Interesting, Rick's College used to be blue and white, by the way. And these are sort of the, what they're doing with the gray uniforms here.
Mensa at the line. Free throw no good.
It may have been Royal and white, but everybody that had Royal went to Navy for a while, it seemed like.
The trend. Second one by Mensa is good. 3 points, 3 rebounds for Anthony Mensa. 16-point pad now, 68-52. 12:24 left on the Papa Murphy's Pizza scoreboard.
Yeah, let's give this REXBURG team some credit for battling back when a game that looked like it might have been out of reach. That's an interesting lean in 3.
And he might have got fouled on top of it as it doesn't go. Woods the rebound up ahead. Rada Briscoe hammering another one down.
You try to prevent him from making the dunk, but he does it so fast. It's like, wow, you can't really react there.
Spute again leaning in, and a foul on Rada Briscoe. Crowd doesn't like it. Coach doesn't like it. Heinz will check in for Thatcher. Spute will come out. Nope, he will not. He's just going to hang out by the bench for a little while. Inbounds wide open. Shippen lay it up and in. Boy, easy bucket. And Coach Schmidt not liking what he sees from his defense on that exchange.
Not like what he sees from the officials either.
Going to call the timeout, talk to his guys and his officials for a moment as well. 11:56 remaining. 70-54 Central by 16. Stay with us. We'll be back after this on 88.1.
Are you wanting to attend CWC in 2020? If so, you will want to apply for scholarships. The first step is to apply for federal aid by going to fafsa.gov. Then you will want to apply for scholarships by going to cwc.edu/scholarships. Both the FAFSA and the scholarship application are open now. If you need assistance or have questions, call us at 855-2119 or visit cwc.edu. You can also text scholarships to 855-2119. Remember, by applying earlier, you increase the chance of receiving funding, so apply today.
Big thanks to Amanda Nikoloff and the new media class at Central. Amanda's high above the gym right now with Shanna Miller and Jane McDonald. They're running our game cam and our hero cam.
I'd be good for an old media class, but I'll be up for them, thinking of my technological wonder ways.
I think Kendra Leesberg's all by her lonesome in the control room. In fact, our director, student director, James Woods floating 10, got it. Patented James Woods floater baseline. 18-point advantage out of the timeout. Centrals gets the bucket. Spute backing down again. He'll get tied up. He'll dish it off. Heinz.
That should have been a goaltend.
By Rada, I think you're right. Probably should have been.
There was hand on the glass.
And getting a little physical out there as Gentry hands it to Woods. Back to Gwynn. Darius scoots, dribbles, loses the handle. Briscoe saves it off the leg of Heinz. It'll stay Rustler basketball. 12 on the shot clock. 8:47 p.m. in the Mountain West.
How am I doing on the raffle, by the way?
You were one number away from $200, but your bingo cards have been retired for the night.
I've been $200 away from $200.
3 seconds. Gwynn at the shot clock. Buzzer got it and might have been one. And now a technical is going to be issued on Rada Briscoe, I think.
I'm going to call a flop, I think is what they're going to call. First time I think we've seen one called here. That's what REXBURG wanted to see called.
Right.
I'm not so sure we've seen it called before.
Was kind of calling for it. Now we'll see what the officials confer with and come up with.
I hope he's doing the call because that's what he saw, not because of what he heard.
Right. Let's listen in here.
3 is good. Okay. We have a white flop delayed game warning on white.
See, that's a foul.
So yeah, so the delayed game warning's on 0. The technical foul's on 0. Technical on 0. Technical on 0.
Technical foul on Darius Gwynn as well.
I just thought maybe different levels of ball. It's an emphasis call, I know, this year.
So the technical foul on Darius Gwynn after he hit the three. And Shippen misses the front end of the free throw. He'll have another, though. 10:58 remaining in the ball game. 75-54 Central. And that one is good. And I invite you out in radio and TV and internet land to come and watch your ladies and your guys, as they've put some pretty entertaining products on the floor the last couple of years for sure. And they'll play again, the women at 2 tomorrow. The men will play at 4. Shippen gets the second half, makes it a 20-point game inside of 11 minutes on the Papa Murphy's Pizza scoreboard. Central on defense digging in now. Shippen lights a three at the top, short.
Interesting, they backed off him defensively when he was about to go into the shot motion.
Woods gets the board. Gentry for three, misses badly. Woods the board, put it up, no good. Rada will put it back up and in.
It was a dunk attempt that he was falling away and couldn't dunk it, but still enough to push it over the rim.
James Woods has 9 rebounds and 15 points tonight.
And it's not surprising the boards he gets.
Right. Turning shot off glass, no good by Hummer. Rebound by the Rustlers. Darius gonna shoot another three. That one's no good. Spute gets the rebound. 6 rebounds by Cody Spute. And a timeout, Rexburg. 9:59 remaining in the contest.
I'm surprised Rexburg hasn't used more timeouts, because even talking to their coach before the game, I asked him if they would use timeouts to, get some rest, and they really haven't used them at all.
Yeah, he's got them all if you look at the scoreboard.
Till now.
9:59 remaining in the ball game. 77-55 Central. We'll take a very short break. We'll come back with more basketball right after this.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is proud of all student athletes, from hard-hitting football fields to commanding on the courts and across the beautiful cross-country treks. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is your biggest fan. Wind River Cares offers services specific to your athletic needs. Conveniently located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton, with more information found online at windrivercares.com.
Rustler Sports is brought to you in part by Expressway Lube of Riverton and Lander. They offer the 10-minute oil change. They also perform maintenance on all types of vehicles. Expressway Lube at 315 South Federal Boulevard in Riverton or 8126 Highway 789 in Lander. No appointment necessary at Expressway Lube.
Thanks to Papa Murphy's Pizza, our scoreboard sponsor. Expressway Lube, our halftime sponsor. And then Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, our postgame sponsor here on Rustler Radio. Dominic Dianzi, Morgan Vanetti running cameras on the central end of the court right now. And on the other view, you've got Angelo and Newmark.
I give Dominic credit, too. He did the ball game early today with the slightest amount of help from us.
Thatcher, three, no good. Gwynn, the rebound. Wide open, Abdi Dahir takes a pass.
Skipping hopscotch as he went through there as easily as he did.
Abdi now with 8 points and 6 rebounds.
Now this exceeds the halftime advantage.
Marcus Richards for three, no good. This has it right at 24, which is their biggest. Darius runs past his man, no good, as he'll run into Dominic, our cameraman, underneath. And that will send Darius Gwynn to the line. And the foul is on Tyler Shippen, his second. Going to see Reese Andre for the first time tonight with 9:20 left. We have not seen Saul Vendellen yet either.
Did Reese win a state championship when he was at Cody?
I think they lost in double overtime to Buffalo in that game.
Was that Cody? I thought it was Powell. I thought
2 years ago.
We'll ask him.
We'll ask him. He's busy talking to Mike Yowell right now on the sideline.
No, he's not. You can ask him.
Darius' second free throw is good as he gets 1 of 2. Actually, he gets 2 of 2.
It was Warland that Buffalo beat in the double overtime. And Worland comes back to win it the next year with that outstanding play that went on to Black Hills State.
That was several years ago.
Oh.
Shippen, 9 minutes left in the game. Richards for 3, no good. Dahir, another board. Rexburg right now, 4 of 11 in the second half as Dahir is going to get called for the travel.
A little indecision as he started his move there.
And Trayton, another 3 that just got whistled right before that goes in as the whistle hits.
I'm not sure I'm giving you that one.
Shippen.
Biggest lead now to a 26.
Seven to shoot. Shippen to Thatcher. Baseline, Curnow to Richards. And they'll call goaltending on that one as Mensa is down and he is hurt. That is not good news. He landed on Richards. And I think they're going to give Richards the bucket on.
I think they missed a goaltend earlier. I think they're going to get this one.
Yeah, they'll get the goaltend. And Tone Mensa is down, and Adam Simon, our trainer, moves everybody away from him.
Interesting, too, because his fall was cushioned by the player, from below him.
Maybe cushioned or maybe hindered on a rolled ankle.
At a weird angle or something, too.
Something along that nature.
Yeah, that was Richards that was below him as he gets up.
That is the best news right there.
But he's being helped off. Now you're going to see, for the first time at home, Solomon Van Dellen. Speaking of state championships, he had a great state championship game a few years ago.
So Buffalo beat Cody in double overtime in 2018, Reese's senior year. 81-72, Buffalo beat Cody in that double overtime championship game. Just to let you know, that was Riverton ended up losing for third to Rollins that year, a year after they won the state championship beating Worland. As last year Lander beat Powell in the title game by 18. Here off glass is good in the paint. Abdi with 10. That is his season high, beats his previous season high of 2. 26-point game. Shippen for 3. Dish pans out. Saul Van Dellen with the defensive board. Jacob Smith long. 3 is good. 11 for Jacob Smith now. His third 3 of the night.
We're talking about high school players that we thought. The kid from Buffalo that did play those years ago, that never did work out for him in college, but I thought they may have messed with him position-wise.
Spute misses a 3. Jacob Smith, the Rustler rebound.
Our golfer's cousin.
Jake dishes to Van Dellen, spins off glass a little awkwardly, and he doesn't get it to go, and Tyler Shippen the rebound. 7:27 remaining in the ballgame. Central by 29. Nice move by Heinz. He'll go over the top of Van Dellen, and Heinz has 8 points.
Let's see Gavin Heiser coming to the ball game, the Green River Wolf, or one-time Green River Wolf.
Jacob another 3. Got it.
Well, he just took that little bit of pick and took it for all it's worth.
4 threes for Jacob Smith. 13 threes on the night for the Rustlers. 13 of 20, still pretty darn good at 65%. Thatcher has 4 threes. He'll find Spute, who'll run around Van Dellen, put it up and in, and 1. Spute has 7. And the foul on Saul Van Dellen, the redshirt freshman from Riverton High School. Jacob Smith's pounded in a couple of threes this half. Abdi Dahir, his season high 10 points. 5 in double figures for the Rustlers. James Woods has, Trayton has 16, which he did all in the first half.
He's only shot once in the second half, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he missed that 3 as Spute gets the 3-point play. James Woods with 15, Jacob Smith 14, Rada and Darius 13 apiece. Francois, guarded by Thatcher, finds Trayton for 3, catch and shoot, no good, and Saul Van Dellen running ball down to the midcourt, almost got the rebound.
Almost fouled him as well.
Ball is loose, and Andre grabs a hold of it, and they'll call him for a travel.
I thought the rule was there were no rules when it's a scrum on the floor.
Crowd feels the same. Coach Schmidt getting Reese's attention and saying, hey, good job, keep that up. Gavin Heiser is into the ball game, as Joel mentioned. Gavin, a red shirt, as well as Reese gets the rebound on that missed shot.
Shippen shot comes up a little short. Tyler, that is.
Andre, the rebound. Francois to Heiser. Gavin, baseline to Trayton Paxton. Back to Gavin. Driving, giving the ball to Andre. And Reese will one-hand it back to Trayton. Trayton will rise for 15. He'll snap the cords, but they'll take that bucket away. As the offensive foul on the pick by Saul Van Dellen will be a turnover on the Rustlers.
80% Wyoming lineup out there for CWC right now.
4 out of the 5 with Dave Francois from Hollywood, Florida being the other one.
Close by.
3 on the way, no good. Francois the rebound.
But they've been stuck at 89 for a while.
5 minutes and 27 seconds left. Francois for 3. Partial block. He's going to get his own rebound well out by midcourt.
Like 35 feet away.
3 rebounds tonight for Francois. Van Dellen for 3, almost baked it in.
The bench was pressing him to shoot that. And that didn't go in. That should have been a goaltend had it not gone in as well.
Who made the bucket? I just heard the end result.
I'm thinking it was Hummer, but I'm not going to positive.
Who I thought as well.
Van Dellen the basket at this end, so he's in the book.
Van Dellen with just a little turnaround move in the paint. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. 4:41 remains. If you're watching this game online, there is a comment section over on the YouTube portion.
Oh, we shouldn't have started that.
Well, there's 4:41 left. You can give a shout out to your favorite player. Taryn Debley, the student assistant coach,
we knew Taryn,
has chimed in, talking about his man Trayton. Also, Mike Newman saying that Paxton representing Wyoming Power in a huge way. Wyoming Power, the summer league that he played in. Christine Robertson pops in and says a great game to watch, watching from Florida. And our favorite Canadian, Carly Connor.
Where is Carly?
She's watching online apparently tonight. I think she's on her recruiting visit actually.
Oh, that's right. She was going, is it back east, I'm thinking? Or
Minnesota, I think.
So back east pretty much,
Carly,
after to count the lakes there.
Thanks for watching.
Or maybe 10,000.
4:41 remaining in the contest. 91-64 Central out in front. Former Wolverine Ridge McCoy chiming in as well online tonight. Thanks for watching Rustler basketball. Back at it tomorrow, 2 o'clock. As the Rustlers
shot right away right there.
That's your women's basketball team pretty much in there. As the Rustler women will play the 10th ranked Western Nebraska Cougars at 2. Nice block by Van Dellen and a rebound by Reese Andre. Back on the other side, Heiser working on Shippen. Gavin lobs it to Van Dellen. Alley-oop, can't get it to go.
May have rushed his shot a little bit.
Richards the rebound. 3 on the way. Thatcher, front of the iron, no good. Heiser, a rebound. Gavin dishes in the corner to Paxton. Up top to Coltham Kerr, who is into the ball game out of the timeout.
I like the way Heiser had maybe had a chance to try to get his name in the book, still with the better play, despite this being a blowout game. That's always big.
Runs around the pick, finds Van Dellen, and Saul has 4. Van Dellen's high game as a Rustler with 4 points tonight as well. 3:40 left, 7 points away from free tacos. Shot no good. Colton Kerr the rebound.
Remember we talked about that earlier, that these were the type of games you're going to see some career highs or season highs.
Trayton gives the ball to Kerr, to Heiser. Shippen on him. Gavin thought about a three as he got free for a quick skosh of a moment. Reese dishing to Kerr, back to Heiser. 10 to shoot. Gavin lost the handle on it. Dribbled out of bounds. It'll stay Rustler ball with 8 seconds to shoot.
What is Reese's high, by the way?
He had 7 in that opening game at home.
I thought it was higher, yeah. So
if you remember that. Against Snow at home. Trayton for 3, back of the iron, no good. Reese tips it, almost put it back in, but does not. And then Shippen comes away with a rebound, and it'll be fouled by Reese at the midcourt stripe. And Reese Andre committing the foul. First personal. He's got 3 rebounds, does Reese, with 3:02 left, and Tyler Shippen back to the line in a 29-point Rustler lead. Now 28 as Shippen gets that one.
Gotta salute the student section tonight. This is probably as good a student section as I can remember we've had.
And most of them will be gone next week as the semester comes to an end Wednesday, and our teams play again Thursday and Friday.
Probably won't be a good student section that night.
Nice move. Reese with a hammer. Reese Andre brings the crowd to their feet with a two-handed jam as Tyler Shippen.
I can tell he's a crowd favorite, can't you? Long pass down short to Paxton.
Gives it back to Heiser. Shippen has 21 quietly as he had 5 at half. Heiser for 3. And how about that?
That's an acrobatic dunk right there.
Back-to-back slams by Reese Andre, bringing the house down at Central. Hummer for 3, no good. Kerr the rebound.
Boy, the extension on that dunk and elevation was so impressive.
You know, and I remember the last game of the year at Riverton, Reese with a two-handed jam on an alley-oop that I know the crowd didn't like.
That's a nice little drive. He went sideways to keep the block away.
Big bucket there by Gavin Heiser, his first of the season. And Central 1 point away from a 100 mark. Is that one no good? And the rebound by Heiser.
I think more importantly, everybody that has played has scored, I believe, haven't they?
Jalen Gentry is not. As Saul Van Dellen.
That's kind of a surprise, isn't it?
An alley-oop score on the other side. 90 seconds remaining, and the Rustlers running away from the United Vikings. As there's a 3 by Thatcher is no good. Ball poked out of there by Van Dellen, but ending up with it is Hummer. He'll fire a 3. That's no good. And Andre with a rebound. Reese in the front court now. Tries to throw it down to Van Dellen as it picked off by Curnow. Curnow will scoot it out into the corner to Richards for 3, and they have gone stone cold from the three-point line. 4 of 19 in the second half from three-point land. 7 of 30 from the arc for the Vikings in the ball game.
And they started pretty well on that number, too.
Andre rises for 15. Front of the iron, no good. Curnow the rebound. Central is 13 of 25. 52% from the three-point line. Boy, been some highlights out there tonight as Thatcher's 3 partially blocked and swatted out of the air by Van Dellen. Shot clock is expired. Rustler fans rise to their feet as they have won 6 of their last 8. And they are now 7-5 on the season. Your final score, Central 101. 68, and this may be the worst defeat that a Rexburg team this season has had, as they played everybody pretty darn tough, and the Rustlers come out and take care of business, winning 101-68, the final score here tonight. Some final stats and a look back at this game and a look ahead at tomorrow and the second day of the Bailey Basketball Classic from Central coming up. Once again, your final score on the Papa Murphy's Pizza scoreboard: Central 101 and the Rexburg Vikings 68. Your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming postgame show is next. You've been watching Central Basketball on 88.1.
Central Wyoming College is committed to recognizing academic and activity-related achievement by offering merit scholarships annually. Apply now for general academic, activity, and program-specific scholarships for the academic year. The scholarship deadline is March 1st. Go to CWC.edu and search scholarships and apply online. Don't forget, the deadline to apply is March 1st. To find the latest information on Central Wyoming College scholarships, go to CWC.edu and search scholarships. You'll be glad you did.
Support of Rustler Radio comes from the Buffalo Buffet inside the Wind River Casino. Open Thursday through Saturday from 4 to 10, the Buffalo Buffet serves prime rib, brisket, pork ribs, fried chicken, and many different salads and side dishes. The Buffalo Buffet inside the Wind River Hotel and Casino just south of Riverton on Highway 789. Open Thursday through Saturday from 4 to 10.
Where's your identification?
Identify yourself.
Your home of the Rustlers. Student radio for Central Wyoming College. KCWC FM Riverton.
Are you thinking of going to college this coming fall, but don't know what steps you need to take? Did you know you have an 85% chance of getting some kind of financial aid to go to college? The EOC TRIO office can assist you with every step. The EOC TRIO program offers free help to anyone that is wanting to go to college. 851-0847 to set up an appointment today.
This is your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming postgame show on 88.1. Central teams victorious tonight. The women winning 91-30. The men taking care of business 101-68 on the Rexburg United Vikings, as Central led at the intermission 52-39, and they outscored Rexburg 49-39 in the second half, and the ball game ends 101-68 was the final score. Take a look at some final scoring numbers in this one. Trayton Paxton, 16 points, a new career high. All of that in the first half of the basketball game as he leads the scoring for the Rustlers here tonight. James Woods had 15 points, 14 for Jacob Smith, 13 for Gerardo Briscoe and Darius Gwynn, 10 points for Abdi Dahir, as the Rustlers put 6 in double figures in scoring 101 points tonight. Saul Vendellen had 6, 2 monster jams by Reese Andre had 4, Colton Kerr had 5, Gavin Heiser had 2, Anthony Mensah had 3 points in the basketball game for the Rustlers, who win it 101-68. Scoring on the other side for the Rexburg United Vikings, Tyler Shippen scores 21. Trey Thatcher had 16 on the power of 4 3-pointers. 8 points apiece for Cody Spute and Dan Heinz. 7 for McKay Shippen. 4 points for Jake Kerno, and a couple of points for Marcus Richards in the ball game, as Central again winning at 101-68. Also, some final rebounding numbers. Unofficially, I have Central out-rebounding them 51-22 in this ball game, led by the rebounding of Abdi Dahir, who had 7. Actually, scratch that. James Woods had 9 rebounds with his 15 points. Abdi Dahir had 7. Darius Gwynn had 6. Colton Kerr and Gerardo Briscoe each had 6 rebounds in the ball game as well.
And both our games, the CWC teams really dominated the board work.
Rexburg was led by Tyler Shippen. Actually, Cody Spute had 7. Tyler Shippen had 6 rebounds in the ball game. Central wins it 101-68. Central with 14 turnovers. Rexburg only had with 13 turnovers in this ball game. So Central actually out turnovers the Rexburg Vikings.
A number you have to see to believe, kind of.
Yeah, here tonight. Central did shoot the ball well, as they go 55% for the game, 42 of 77, 55%, 13 of 25 from three-point land in the ball game. And they also would hit 52%, 4 of 8 from the free throw line, as they didn't shoot many of those tonight at all. They shot 17 more times than did Rexburg. Rexburg, 60 shots, 25 of 60 goes for 42%, 7 of 31 from the arc, 23%. They hit 11 of 16 free throws, did the Vikings in the ball game.
You would think with the rebounding differential that they would probably have more shots than that, right, comparatively.
And then with the turnovers being the way they were, would maybe even make you think that even more, as Central wins it 101-68. The Buckle Up for Life Wyoming postgame show is continuing, as we'll have the head coach, Brad Schmidt, will join us after this break. Rustlers on the Papa Murphy's Pizza scoreboard win it 101-68. We'll be back with the coach right after this.
Rustler Radio comes to you from the support of the Pit Stop convenience stores in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois.